Welcome to the Core New Recruit Series. Today, we're going to be looking at Ricochet version 1 and Rucker version 2.
Who's Ricochet?
Well, yeah, they're both Alex Brody.
Isn't Alex Brody Rucker?
Okay, so Alex Brody's original code name was Ricochet, but later on you know what, just watch the video and more of that will be explained. This is the Core New Recruits Rucker version 1 and version 2, although I am going to be calling the tan one Ricochet. They are both Alex Brody, and that's why I'm not going to make things messy by calling them Ricochet version 1 and Rucker version 1. We already have that with Shadow and Plague. And Plague. Ricochet was the first version of Rucker to be produced. You can see that there is one difference between Ricochet and Rucker, and that would be the sleeves. Ricochet's sleeves are tan, matching his torso. In later versions of Rucker, the sleeves were changed to green, so it looked like he was wearing a vest. According to GrizGeek, who worked on the packaging of the core of the new recruits, it was much more cost effective to put the arms and legs into one mold, so they gave Rucker green sleeves. Another thing about Ricochet is that he is the one that was first on the artwork for Rucker. You can see that he has tan sleeves. This artwork was even used on a lot of the earlier versions of the green-sleeved Rucker. Ricochet is much more difficult to find than Rucker, since he was only released for a short period of time. Rucker is part of the Terror team. And why is his name Rucker? What does it mean? Even GrizGeek doesn't remember why, but he does say that Ricochet was used in another toy line, so that name got the axe. And that really stinks, because Ricochet would make more sense, since he's supposed to be a super sniper. But I feel like that gets lost, not only with his new name, but also with the newer weapons that he's packaged with. Let's take a look at Rutgers Articulation. He can move his head from side to side, and up and down. His head is on a ball joint. We can also move his arm all the way around, and straight out. He does have a swivel at the bicep, and his elbow can move up and down. He has a twist at the hip, and his legs can move up about that much, and he has a bend at the knee. Now let's take a look at Rutgers Features. He has a flat top haircut, and in this version, he has a jacket. As we saw earlier, version 2 has a vest. It looks like his jacket has a hood and pull strings. There's also tabs going straight down the middle. He has the web gear here, with some pouches on the front, and a belt with even more pouches, and a belt buckle. Going to the back, we can see the rest of his straps come down, and this is really interesting because usually with core figures, the back isn't painted, but this one is. Rucker version 2 also has his back painted, but I can't say the same for Rucker version 3. Continuing with the back, there's more pouches, and something that looks kind of like a compass or some kind of I don't know, some kind of electronic. There's a pocket. He has a pouch on his sleeve on his left arm, and also on his right arm. And we can see all the stitching detail on both of his arms. Rucker is wearing gloves, and it looks like maybe his sleeves might be bloused. Going down below, he does have a strap that comes down to this holster, and there is a molded gun. And that's a pretty cool gun there because it looks like it's an actual accessory. Coming back down from the holster, he does have one strap that goes all the way around. On the other leg, he has a pouch. Both of his knees have knee pads. Both of his pant legs are bloused, and his boots seem to be strapped together. The mold for Rucker was made in 2003. At the time, you could find the bios for the core new recruits on the core website. These days I got help from members of the core Facebook page. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for the help with this video. I would be missing a lot of bios and information if it wasn't for these guys. Now let's take a look at Rutgers Bio tag. Name, Alex Rucker Brody. Country, United States. Background, Major. Position, Commander of all Corps Specialized Team, Leader of the Terra Team. Specialty, Strategy and Tactics, Expert Marksman. Weapons and Equipment, Ballistic Body Armor, R5 Field Rifle, and E-Shock Baton. Rucker shares his body type with other Leonard figures. From the previous version of the Corps, we have Hawk. During the new recruits, Jump also shared a body with him. And finally, from Kong Skull Island, we have Preston Packard, or Samuel L. Jackson. Rucker is not a bad character. He's obviously the Duke of the toy line, but Duke is a saint, and nothing bad ever happens to him. Well, I mean, maybe that one time that he was in a coma.
No!
I thought you were dead.
I was!
As for Rucker, we find out in the Core Elite that his best friend turns into the leader of the Curse. This forces Rucker to step down from his position as leader because he knows that he wouldn't be able to do the right thing when or if the time came to face his friend. Thanks for watching this first episode of the Core's new recruit. I hope you found it informative and enjoyed it.